Welcome inside the WB Mason Coaches Report. Ryan Mayer here with the Hofstra Pride head women's soccer coach Simon Riddiough. And coach, 2 matches for you this past week. Let's start off first on Friday. You have a George Mason squad come up to Hofstra Soccer Stadium, a team that came in 1-3-1 in the conference, but had played some tough matches with some of the other CAA foes. What did you see from them, and how proud were you to come away with that tough-fought 1-0 victory?
Yeah, George Mason's a very, very good team. They were desperate to keep their playoff hopes alive. And I think they needed to win at least one of the games this weekend. I'm sure the table let's start to roll against Hofstra. Dan did a great job getting them organised, and we knew going into the game it was going to be tough. And we had a couple of special players we had to deal with, and in hindsight I think we did a very good job.
Now you take a look at that match. After you win 1-0, you come up and are in a tie for first place in the CAA heading into Sunday's match against Towson. Did you say anything to the team in between Friday and Sunday about the opportunity you had, or just let it go and get ready for Towson?
No, we always speak about our goals, and one of our goals was making the CAA playoffs. That's a goal every year. We said before the Towson game, we win against Towson, we're mathematically in the playoffs. There's no way we can be out of the playoffs. So that was the first thing. We never really discussed Fulham and Mary or the other teams in the league. I know the girls do a lot of research on their own. The internet's a beautiful thing, I guess. And so we just kept it to Towson. Let's beat Towson. Let's keep it within our control, and hopefully as we move forward, if we do what we hope to do every game, then we'll be in a good position at the end of the year.
Now you look forward to Sunday against Towson. Change of venue for your team. From Hofstra Soccer Stadium, you come over here to Seward Stadium to play that match because of the presidential debate upcoming tomorrow on Tuesday. So what was the change in terms of the playing surface? Did you get a couple of days to get used to it here at Seward, or was it just throw you out there on Sunday and get ready to go?
Yeah, it was. We had one practice on Saturday. And it takes some adjusting to the surface is different, the dimensions of the field is different, the optical aspects of the field is surrounded by a stadium, and there's lines everywhere. And I think, considering those factors, we're very comfortable at home. But this was more of a neutral side for us, and considering all those factors, I think we did a good job of adjusting and getting the result we needed.
Now you take a look at the match. Lulu Echeverry gets the goal first for you guys in the 13th minute. Then Towson ties it up in the 26th. What did you say to your team? Now you're going into half tied at 1, maybe a little bit surprised with the fact that Towson is lower in the conference, but giving you a tough fight. What did you say to them at halftime to try and get them to come out a little bit harder in the second half?
Yeah, we spoke about the first half performance. We thought after the first goal we kind of backed off a little bit and didn't play with the impetus we needed. We spoke about giving Towson home. We backed ourselves in a corner. When you give a team who are desperate to get results, who are desperate for wins, and you give them some hope by half time, then it becomes a battle the second half. And with the strong wind in their favour for the second half, I knew we were going to be up against it to get the result. And to be fair to the players, they listened to what we talked about, how to play against the wind, what to do against the wind, what to expect from Towson. And they applied it fantastically, and they battled. And they said, you know what, we're not going to allow this Towson team to stop us from making the playoffs, and that's exactly what they did.
So you get 2 goals in that second half from Sam Scolarici, along with Leah Galton continuing her role through conference play. And now, just taking a look at the team, how good is it to have that multitude of scoring options? In the past, you've had obviously a Laura Green, a Salma Tarek, a Tiffany Ovino to really lead the way for the goal scoring wise, but this year it seems like you have 3, 4, maybe even 5 different options that can put it in the back of the net for you.
It's a great luxury. As we know over the years, Salma, Tiffany Ovino, Laura Green, they scored a tremendous amount of goals. Brooke Rosa as well. And when you play against a team with that special talent, other teams can double down, they can make it difficult for that person to affect the result. We've got 28 goals from 4 different people. That's an average of 7 a goal for the last time I did mine. So to me, when you've got 4 players who are contributing that kind of output offensively, it's tremendous for us. And to be fair, all 4 of those players are 2 sophomores and 2 freshmen. So from a coaching perspective, from a program perspective, I'm pretty excited about what's going on right now.
Now, after that match, you take the sole possession of first place in the CAA, sitting at 6-1 in conference play. But this upcoming week is really where you get your main test. Obviously, you go on the road first against Old Dominion, always a tough place to play down in Norfolk, but then against William and Mary next Sunday down in Williamsburg. Talk a little bit about those 2 matches and what you expect coming up from them.
Yeah, well, you're coming against 2 legends in the game of women's soccer. Joe Pereira and JD have won more games than I can ever imagine winning. And I hope in 30 years' time I can look back and say I've won that many games, because those guys have won that many. Old Dominion is a very tough place to play. Joe gets his team to play with passion, and they're in a tough predicament, not being eligible for playoffs, and not winning as many games as they would hope. But that's an illusion when you get on that field. They're going to come at us. We have to win, and we're really focusing on the Old Dominion game first, and then we've got a quick turnover of 48 hours to try and get ready for William and Mary. But 1 game at a time, get through the Old Dominion game, and then we'll worry about JD and William and Mary when we get to that stage.
Now, when you take a look at this weekend with 2 wins, you can almost guarantee that you would then host the conference tournament up here in Hempstead. Do you stress that at all to your team, or just say, okay, let's go 1 game at a time, try and get these wins and make sure that we're still on the roll that we've been having?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a long slog, the conference slate, and every team's a battle. You get on a roll and you hope to keep that roll, and you can easily lose it. You can have a bad game, especially when you play a Friday, Sunday. The Sunday games tend to be a grind, and anything can happen. Every team in our conference has 1 or 2 special players. They're all organised, they're all athletic, and if you don't battle and show up, you're going to lose quite a few games. And unfortunately, this team, as young as it is, they've stepped up and they've shown up pretty much consistently for the last 10 games, and I can't ask for anything more.
All right, well, head coach Simon Riddiough, thanks for joining me inside the WB Mason Coaches Report. Good luck out there this weekend.
Thank you very much, Ryan.